They threw you away and now they're defensive about it. Please scroll on if this doesn't resonate. I'm going to go ahead and just pull some more cards because I don't like the energy I've got coming through. Oh, okay. Compassion immediately comes out. So I feel like this is someone who I think that you had compassion before for them. And I think the confusing thing is you showed them this compassion and then they threw you away. And I think the challenge is they feel the challenge to come in and tell you that they wish they hadn't. Let me keep pulling some cards because I just don't like this energy of, this runner chaser thing unless it's someone who wants to be chased, because sometimes you don't have time for the chase, and anyway, let me pull some more cards. Distance. They didn't mean to hurt you. Yeah, of course. Your life has just begun and you're already equipped. This whole thing about, this card always gets me a little bit. Didn't mean to hurt you. But they did anyway. I feel like they knew it as they were doing it. They're very defensive because they think they had a reason. And I think you're the one who put the distance between you, and your life has just begun without them. And there's a lot of this energy coming through of don't stop and look back at this person. They don't deserve it. But use your discernment, But I think what's going on is I'm talking to a lot of people here in this collective who finally are moving on to something really good. And when that happens, guess what? When people see it, suddenly people start popping up out of nowhere. And, that could be what's happening. And I think it happens at such a weird time that, I'm getting reminded of someone I knew once who ended a marriage. This person had been cheated on, okay? They had every right to end the marriage. Well, they're about to finally move on to someone else. Suddenly the ex calls back. And they started questioning. They're like, what should I do here? Because they really didn't want the marriage to end. They thought, and it was actually the man here, okay? The man who was the one who got cheated on, he was my friend. And I told him, I'm like, you don't need to stop for her. I said, I really think this has just come along at a bad time because you're finally about to move on to someone else. And he had every right to move on. But he just had this feeling all of a sudden because he took marriage very seriously. And, he's like, should I take her back? Should I get, it could be, and it could be that she found out he was moving on. I don't know. But I can tell you that it was a good decision. Don't let him drag you back. He had completely moved on. She had, she ruined it. You could be in some type of situation like that too. Don't feel like you have an obligation. You have no obligation to this person, to anyone from your past who's coming back, trying to save. I feel like also it could be somebody's trying to say you owe me. They see you doing well now, and it might not even be money, just something that they feel like you can do for them now that you couldn't do for them before. But I don't really get that from this. I think maybe that could be what you're questioning and what they're so defensive about. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Everything always works out for you. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is what it is. Okay, now it's making sense. You always say the right things. Defensive, because that's what I got immediately was they threw you away and they're defensive about it. They're defensive about that. They don't want you to think that they want something from you. But then again, why are they so defensive about it? That's for you to decide. There are a lot of people that, I don't know, I'm sorry to say, but sometimes when success comes along, that's when you learn who your true friends are. That's when you learn who really had your back the whole time. And, and sometimes it's surprising. The people that you thought were making fun of you might have actually been your biggest admirers, and the people you thought cared about you were the ones making fun of you. And that's just the truth. And, it's just sort of like when you drain a swamp, you find everything at the bottom. Don't worry about it. Success, again, doesn't have to be money success, but just some kind of whatever's going on can come with a price of there's just a lot of interesting, stressful things that come along with it. But this doesn't have to be one of those things, okay? And I feel like that's what's going on is maybe some people from your past or whatever. Look, just keep going. Keep going. You're the one who put distance between you. I just feel like you're just worried about nothing. You are going on to great things. Don't worry about any of these people. I'm just here to keep you moving forward, keep you focused on the future, on the prize. You are loved. Just keep moving forward. Everything always works out for you. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen.